Miami, Fort Lauderdale. Welcome to the Jersey Boys Sports Talk, hosted by Byron Jones and Victor Rocho, brought to you by the Sportscast. Today is August 24th. It's the day before my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Elaine. 2023. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to Sportscast at all your channels: YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher. If you are on iTunes, subscribe to the Jersey Boys Sports Talk. Please leave a rating. It'll help us out tremendously. Please also if you like what you're hearing, smash that button and subscribe. Hit notifications. You'll be notified every time we're live. If you come on a show, you'll be able to hear it and share it with your family. You'll hear some good sports talk. Byron puts together in the information channel below. Usually we'll have some links to some of Byron's not only picks, but his ratings of players, division standings, the Giants depth charts, and much, much more. We are streaming live right now on Facebook and on YouTube every Thursday, 8 p.m. Or go to our YouTube channel and hear are all of our shows. There's a playlist for the Jersey Boys Sports Talk. You can listen to us on your smart speaker. Just say, hey, play Jersey Boys Sports Talk. Bang, and we'll come on. So let's get it on. Mr. Byron Jones, how you doing today?
Doing wonderful. It's wonderful weather here in Jersey. Well, I was in Jersey earlier and came back over here across the bridge. 75, I could deal with that.
Bridge.
75, 80 degrees is perfect now.
You got a bridge you got to cross over?
Yeah, the Walt Whitman Bridge to go to Jersey.
Oh, okay. But it's not, you don't have to cross the bridge to get from Jersey to Pennsylvania, though.
Yeah, you do.
Every time?
Every time. To go to my mother's house, yeah.
No, just to go to Pennsylvania.
Nah. There's certain areas.
That's what I thought. Okay. All right. All right. Sounds good. All righty. And we have our guest host, major Pittsburgh Steeler fan, as you can see. Our friend and co-host of his own show, Joey Bag of Donuts. Joey, how you doing?
Doing great.
Awesome.
And I'm in Pennsylvania, but you don't need a bridge. You don't need a bridge to get to this show.
No, man, he's a little bit farther than Byron can get to Jersey and several other states compared to where you are. And Joey, what's the name of your show? When's it on?
It's called The Donut Bag.
The Donut Bag, and then is when?
It is on Mondays.
On Mondays. Awesome. All righty. So we'll remind you a little bit that a little later. Today, we got some things to talk about. I'm pretty excited. Byron, it's on my calendar. You know what's on my calendar this Saturday, right?
What's on your, what is it?
Jets Giants scrimmage.
Ain't nobody playing besides Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is playing. Danny Dimes is going to play the first thing. You know, Danny Dimes is going to go head to head with. He's got to go head to head with Aaron.
He's not playing.
They already said it.
No, I'm just throwing that out there. He's not going to play.
He played before. Okay. So let's talk about that. First of all, I got to say the Giants. They looked the offense looked really good in that first series that Danny played.
Oh, really? You're finally admitting it now.
Don't say finally. I've been admitting it for like the last year and a half.
Whoa. That's a long time.
Bro,
go ahead.
Last season and now coming into this season. That's it. How long has he been in the game with the Giants?
Who?
Danny Dimes.
5 years.
Okay, going on 5 years.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, it was only last season that I started believing. So I think that's a fair statement. Would you say, Joey? It's not like I was rooting for him. I was never not rooting for Danny Dimes. Ever. And that's a fact. So you I'm going to say deny. John can't make it. You got a 12-hour day. Not going to be able to make it. Well, John, I'm sorry because you're Broncos. We're going to have to dog a little bit about what's happening in paradise over there. But that is not true. Last year, right, I started telling you how I started liking him. I want Danny Dimes to do well. I always said I want to do well. Joey's been on several shows hearing me say he's finally sliding like a quarterback's supposed to slide, like throwing head first, right? He's got a better coaching team. He never had his receivers. Last year, the receivers started coming together. So they looked really good in that scrimmage. And what are your thoughts? I mean, they looked really, really good.
Yeah, he got, he was 8 for 9. And that new acquisition, Darren Waller, he was looking for him real soon. And then even the third round pick, Jalen Hylett, got into it when he dropped one first. Then he caught the bomb or whatever, 32-yard pass or whatever. But I would like to welcome you back to the Giants fan club, because I was getting a little worried about you, jumping off and all this other stuff.
No. Danny Dimes fan club, not Giants fan club.
The Danny Dimes fan club.
Because our fans still question who's your team.
Whoa. No. That's not
they
about.
They never know who's your team. How many hats do you have? I got one. It's
a lot.
Giants.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
That's just the case, man. I want to change up every now.
Yeah. Okay, so see him change it up. Joey, let me see. When I'm looking at Joey's room, is there anything that's not Pittsburgh there? And if it is, Joey, you ain't got to tell us because we can't see because everything else looks like it's Pittsburgh.
So I got one team.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so
but wait a minute, Victor. It's not about me right now. This is about you. I've been a Danny Dimes fan as long as you can remember. And
there's no doubt.
There's no doubt. I haven't jumped off the train. I've been with this guy.
Doubt. But
you just jumped into the fire.
No,
man.
people ask me, do I think he? No, I was off the bat. Is he our future? I go, I don't know.
And what'd you say?
He hasn't proven. Come on, man. He has not done anything until last year, bro.
Well, that's
he hasn't done anything till last year.
But he has coaching now.
He's had good
coaching.
But then admit it. He hasn't done anything since last year. That's it. Number one. Number two.
He had
number
a good rookie year.
He has good downfield percentage, but he was terrible in the red zone. We've always had that conversation.
And why is he terrible? Why was he terrible in the
No, let me ask
zone?
you a question, Joey. Okay, what good is it? What good is it if you're terrible in the red zone? In other words, you have to score. If you don't score before you're inside the 20, you got a problem. Is that the team you want your team to be in a position?
I think there's more factors than that.
Okay, there's more factors. That's not the question. Answer the question. Would you like the Pittsburgh Steelers to be in a position that I need them to score as long as they're not in the red zone? Because if they're in the red zone, they're probably not going to score.
Well, yeah, you want your offense to score in the red zone and outside the red zone, but
in the red zone is where it counts. So most scores are happening in the red zone, bro.
But
I don't want to take sides here.
Who did the Giants have to throw to? It's not about
taking sides. It's about answering the question. It's global. It has nothing to do with Danny Dimes and to do anything else. Bottom line is, right? They don't call it the red zone. They don't have a show. They don't have a channel that's called the red zone for no reason.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute.
Okay. That's because that's where you're going to score. You're not going to always score outside of the red zone.
Who did the Giants have to throw to in the red zone?
Oh Lord, forget about that.
No. Oh no. I ain't gonna forget about this one. Who did they have to throw to that was dependable inside the red zone?
I don't care. You can't turn the ball over. You can't run. You can't do run a dumb play. You can't not slide. Right?
You can blame it on him. There you go.
All right, I'm at. See, this is why you're becoming a Jet fan. Don't make me dislike Danny Jones, right? Because the more I have to tell you the bad about him, you know what I'm saying, Joey? The more you talk bad about something, you start disliking it, right? So, the reason why I dislike Jets and I'm happy and hoping for them this year is because the Jets fans are always dogging Giant fans. So you have to defend your team. And you defend your team enough, you end up not liking
Are you going to answer the question? Are you going to answer the question?
What's the question?
Who did the Giants have to throw to in the red zone last year?
They made it to playoffs, didn't they?
No, wait a minute. That's not the question. I'm doing what you do.
Okay. They had Steele. They had who's the defense?
Who?
They had their receivers were pretty good. They had their
who?
Yeah.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's talk about them real quick. They had a better tight end than what the Giants had last year. The kid from Penn State.
Last year, Pat Fryermuth. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
And they made it to the playoffs. So what's that has to do with last year?
But you're bringing up.
I'm bringing about the ability to be a quarterback and understand that you have to protect yourself for the team. I'm talking about that you have to make great decisions inside the red zone. Okay, and you have to be able to put up more 6 points than 3 points on average. Okay, he didn't do that. So now when I say that, you want to go to coaching. You don't say that. You don't want to stick to that one part. Stick to that one part. That the matter of fact is that when he was in the red zone, coaching, no coaching, he just made poor decisions.
Well, how about this?
He's
How about
sliding
this?
better. Wait a second. Now let's
get
give
off
him
of
his
that.
props. He's sliding better. He's making better decisions. Obviously he's got way better coaching. Okay.
And what else? What else is that better? What else?
His line got better.
What else?
Better tight ends. I don't know what better receivers. Of course. Look, of course you got better receivers, but we always, first of all, we agreed that the line was always the problem anyways. Right? So we still got
I don't want to agree with you today. I'm going back the other way. I'm not agreeing.
Okay. All right. So let's keep going. All right. So anyhow, we'll go ahead. What did you think about the Giants and at least Danny Dimes first? Did you see the drive?
Yes, I did. He was 8 for. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Joey.
Did you get a chance to see?
I did not, but you're gonna love Darren Waller. He is going to make all the difference in the world. Let's not talk about last year. Let's talk about right now. I'm not sure about the wide receivers this year, Isaiah Hodgkins, Slayton, Paris Campbell, but Darren Waller is one of the best tight ends in the league.
Darren Waller is a baller.
Maybe the second best in the whole league. You're going to love him. He is dominant, and he's going to make a huge difference.
Oh.
Huge.
And Byron, what do I always say is my favorite position the Giants always need. What do I say, Byron?
No. They haven't had a tight end. They've had good ones, Shockey, Bavaro, and the guys we've had. They're not like this guy. I
get it, but we always needed a tight end to make a difference, right?
Yes, we have.
The Giants, even when the guy that caught that deep pass, it was only one, but it was like for 60 yards. Once that tight end, it spreads everything else out, right? So I'm happy for that. I was happy. I think they're gonna. I'm excited for Saturday. What are you thinking, Joey? What do you think about Aaron Rodgers making his debut against the Giants? It's gonna be a smack talk. That's why he's doing this in New York versus New York.
Finally, we get to see Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be exciting, and probably everybody's going to be watching because we finally get to see Aaron Rodgers as a Jet, even though it's preseason. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a big deal. And, even if it's for a couple series or whatever, it's still going to be cool.
But what has Mr. Rodgers been complaining about all camp? His offensive line.
What did you state last week about our defensive line?
Number one, if Wink Martindale, is he going to turn loose the dogs on him in this preseason game? I would.
Not in the preseason.
Why not?
I would like. It's New York. You don't understand, Joey. This game. It's a big pride. Even though it's a series, I think that first series is going to be dog eat dog. It's a pride thing, right? Right now, the Giants don't like Aaron Rodgers and the Jets getting all this attention. Is that a fair statement, Byron?
Yes.
Okay. He's gonna let him know. Welcome to the welcome to playing against an NFC team and a tough defensive line. Because think about it. If I was Byron, imagine you were part of that defensive line for the Giants as a defensive lineman that you are, ranked number 1, and you get a chance. Now you ain't gonna want to hurt him. You ain't gonna want to get him, but you want to let him know.
I would definitely
be a little bit more jacked for a preseason game than this one.
Yeah, I would definitely want to go back there and smack him at least once. At least once.
Chris, you're playing at home because it's home for either team, right? You're playing at home. It's your stadium, and they're talking more about that team.
Well, Hard Knocks has a lot to do with it. Though.
Of course. Hard Knocks has a lot to do with it, but Hard Knocks is helping. But you got to admit that everything that Aaron Rodgers is doing with the Jets is newsworthy over in New York. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Hard Knocks is just giving it an extra, right? But I'm just saying, you're the number one. You ranked number 1 defensive line, and now you're playing against a team that is kind of not your rival, but is your rival, kind of like little sister team. We call them, right? You're going to be jacked up. That's a different type of mentality for that game. I don't know, Joey. You're not from that area, but What are your thoughts?
Oh no, I get it. And if I'm in the Giants, I would be sick and tired of hearing about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. That's all it is. Aaron Rodgers. Like, yeah, I would be. I'd want to smack him.
Smack him right in the mouth.
It's going to be just one series. Yeah, I mean, one series. I don't think Aaron may pay a little bit more, but the defense is going to be doggy dog from the jump, and then that's it. But
they're not going to put him out there with that. The offensive line, man, I'm telling you, man, it's kind of shaky.
It's bad.
It's not bad, but it's just not. That's not what he's used to.
It's bad. They're outright saying it's bad. Right? They're outright saying it's bad. And then you got to also agree that Giants pride themselves on defense. So you don't think that second unit in defense, guys trying to make the team, if they're going to make the team, they're going to want to make an impact trying to get Aaron Rodgers as early as they can because they know he's coming out. Right? You're deep in the depth chart and you're a defensive lineman. You know their offensive line isn't that good. I'd be studying my butt off to try to be, because that game is going to be watched tremendously. It's going to be a highly anticipated, a highly watched game in the beginning. Maybe not for the whole game, but in the beginning, I have it on my calendar.
Well, they play them again during the season, too. So.
Yeah, but then that's going to be a big game too. But right now it's our first peak, right?
Yeah.
You're getting everything. You're already hearing all the complaints about the line, right? So, Joey, what do you think?
Yeah. It's gonna be nice this Saturday. Nice preseason, but they get to play each other in the regular season this year. Oh, October 29th. You better circle that date. That's gonna be fun.
Okay, so my point being is the fact that they're playing each other. That defensive line, I think Byron, you agree. The defensive lineman, they're gonna tee off.
Oh yeah.
No, we're gonna. Here's a taste of what you're going to see on the 20. What was it? What day?
October 29th.
Here's a little taste of what you're going to see on the 29th, Mr. Rodgers. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what they're gonna say. Welcome to the neighborhood. New York's giant town, ain't jet town.
And did you see the other great thing that happened today? The kid I was talking about in 2020 got traded today to the Giants, Isaiah Simmons.
Really?
Cardinals, yeah. Linebacker.
For nothing.
For nothing. 7th round pick.
Yeah.
So the problem with that kid is that he can play, safety, linebacker. He can play slot corner. No, it is a problem. He plays so many different positions.
I mean, the problem for the opposing team. Okay, got it.
No, it's a problem for him that he plays so many different positions that they really haven't zeroed in where he should fit. Because the kid runs a 4.340. He's it's like 6'4", 230.
They're gonna put him outside, dude.
Now they're putting him at linebacker, they say.
Inside linebacker.
Inside.
They put him in inside. Oh man, I mean he's gonna fly up the middle.
Because
we got Thibodeau on the outside. If you got a guy that's running a 4.3 flying up the middle, oh man. You got a 4.3 guy lining right up the middle against Gents offensive line. You got Thibodeau coming from the edge. Our defensive line is number one, right? Those defensive backs got to step up.
Yeah, because it might be 2 rookies starting for them.
You told me that, yeah. You told me that. Well, you look. I will tell you that Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets and doing the things he did has. I always felt he was an awesome player. Like how Stephen A. is a bad man. I always agreed with that. I think Aaron's a great player, but over the last several years, the things he's done in Green Bay with the Devontae Adams, all that. I had to start. I liked him as the athlete, as a quarterback. I just didn't like him as a player. I just didn't like the guy. Right? I liked him before. Everything he's doing with the Jets has brought back my admiration for him. Giving up $37 million, saying he's changed his, supposedly he's changed his personality. He's not going to call out guys. He's going to call out guys. He's going to hold them accountable, but he's not going to go off on them. Because did you hear the comments about Cobb? Randall Cobb? Remember you were talking about that how Aaron Rodgers is bringing all his old players back.
All his buddies, all of them.
All his buddies, okay? So there is some logic to it now that as I'm listening to more of the reports and reading some more reports, the logic is this. Cobb is speaking with the receivers and the receiver coach, right, while they're there. Unrelated to and Aaron Rodgers is doing his thing somewhere else. And Cobb is literally telling them, and Randall Cobb, you got to give him some respect. Regardless of his age, the younger receivers are going to give him respect. Is that fair? Okay. Yeah. So what happens is Cobb is saying, listen, number 8 ain't going to tolerate much more time. Don't confuse it. Right? He's going to expect you to run. If you don't run the right routes, if he feels he doesn't trust you, he does not like throwing interceptions. He will not throw you the ball. And just give him a little bit of time, because if you get him going, he's going to go off on you. He's going to light you up. So run your routes, catch the ball, run the right play, know your assignments, and get his trust. That's where Aaron Rodgers said, hey, I appreciate Cobb saying that, but, that's a different, I'm in a different era time in my life right now. I don't want to be here. It's about everybody. I don't want to embarrass anyone. I don't want to call him out. I mean, he just totally did a 180. It was like it's a whole different shift. Now, we don't know what's really going to happen, right? But this is what he's at least projected. So the point, what they were stating is that those players are strategically there to be his lieutenants, right? Since they already played, to keep everyone in check to do what they're supposed to be doing. Joey?
Yeah, that sounds all good now. We'll see in the regular season what happens. Everything now with the Jets and Aaron Rodgers is all sunshine and rainbows, and everyone's happy, and we're all on this wonderful honeymoon period. If they start losing, it's going to go nuts.
And he's going to blame everybody else but himself.
Exactly. This has a chance to go south real quick. Right now, it's all wonderful. It could go bad.
No doubt. I guess what my point being was
Victor, we can hardly hear you.
Yeah, your sound went down.
The sound went down.
Now. Testing.
Still kind of low.
Yeah. You were fine, and then it just went low.
Okay, you guys talk about it.
I want to hear about the Pittsburgh Steelers now. How's George Pickens doing?
Oh my goodness. The Steelers look amazing this preseason. Every time the first team offense has been out there, they've scored a touchdown. There's 5 drives, 5 touchdowns. They're playing right now. The first team just came out. The Steelers look absolutely amazing. It's just preseason. George Pickens might end up being one of the best wide receivers in the league. He is amazing.
How about now, guys? Is that better?
Oh, you sound great now.
Oh, now you're good now.
Man, I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, the Steelers look amazing right now in the preseason. Kenny Pickett looks really good. George Pickens looks like an absolute beast. Everything is working. Yeah, it's just preseason, but the Steelers look amazing.
Didn't they draft offensive tackle high, like kid from Georgia, I think?
Yeah, Broderick Jones.
Is he playing?
He is probably not going to start the season at tackle. They're probably going to give him a little bit more time to learn, but it doesn't look like he's going to start right away.
I laughed at Byron because pretty much every kid, isn't he from Georgia?
Yeah,
he's another Georgia guy.
He's another Georgia. Georgia. Hey, so back to real quick, and we'll finish and move on to the Jets, give him more information there. Bottom line is his players are there. You're right. All I'm saying, everything that Rodgers is doing right now he's doing the right things. He's just saying he's not that. That's not him anymore. He's not going to start just chastising people and so forth. At least that's what he's saying over it. You never know. He may still be upset and handle it differently because as you get older, you do handle things differently, right? But man, for him to give up $37 million and you're not doing your stuff, I would go off. And having Dalvin Cook is going to help. I mean, they're doing the right things. The Jets are definitely doing the right things, so let's leave it there. Very happy with the Giants picking up that young man you just said, Byron. I think the Giants are going to have, look, it's always going to be a tough division, especially Philadelphia is going to be tough, right? There's no confusion there. But I think the Giants are headed in the right direction. I think they're making the right things. And, at any given Sunday, it could be whoever's game it is, right?
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know what Dallas is doing. Mike McCarthy, there seems to be in paradise over there, calling some of the plays.
Well, they did have a guy got arrested, typical Dallas Cowboy thing. Sam Williams, he just got arrested for substance, weapons, or whatever it was. So, Jerry Jones, he's cool with it, guy getting locked up or whatever. So the Dallas Cowboys are being the Dallas Cowboys.
And Jalen Hurts, I think he's going to have a good season. I like Jalen Hurts. He's progressed every year. Right? He's had a good season. And again, back to Pittsburgh, I am very happy. I'm a big Tomlin fan, right? So I'm a big Tomlin fan. But didn't Santiago post something about preseason counts or doesn't count? What did Santiago post? Did you see that the other day?
No.
He mentioned something about preseason. The funny part of it is, do you know that the Ravens, that was their first loss in 61 preseason games?
Yeah, that was a long time.
That's a lot of wins and not making the Super Bowl.
Oh, you got to throw that out there, man. Come on.
I'm just saying to you, that's why preseason, it count. It don't count.
Well, here, let me tell you this, youngster. You're going to be a youngster now. Back in the day, the Giants used to go 5-0, 4-1 all the time in the preseason. Next, the season start 2-10, 2-14. They did that for you.
I was there.
They were like gangbusters in the play. Matter of fact, they used to play the Pittsburgh Steelers all the time. The Giants with the Mara Rooney thing going on. They used to play them every preseason. Like in the late 60s and 70s. Used to go to the games. That's where we got Doug Kotar, I think, came from the Pittsburgh Steelers back in the day, from their waiver wire, whatever. But we used to tear it up.
That must have been fun back then for Pittsburgh and Giants to play as a Rooney Mara family, because it was like their family get together.
Yep.
If you think about it, right? Let's get together. Let's have our teams play. It's cold. They have a mansion with a fireplace. They got servants all around.
The game that was worse.
That must just have been an incredible experience, right? I mean, to be just part of that family, owning two, marquee franchises, and that's been a family. That's how the families had a baby. Together. And you know what? It must have been a couple guys playing football together.
Yeah.
That's got to be incredible.
Well, the one that used to be even worse was when the Eagles used to play the Giants. They used to play them 3 times a year. They used to play them at Princeton at Palmer Stadium. Mm-hmm. That was one of the preseason games they used to play. And we stopped going, my father and I, the year that they decided they set the stadium ablaze, the bleachers behind. It was fun. We're sitting there. It was like, next, and then they started throwing stuff into the fire, and the fire just kept getting bigger in the stands, and they wouldn't let the fire department open. And then, I mean, the Eagle fan, the Giants fan at the college. Oh, it was crazy. Then the players, they just turn around, instead of playing the game, they're watching the fights that were taking place up in the stand. Oh, it was crazy back then. And they stopped playing. It was like the JC Classic, they used to call it. And they stopped playing that, when all the craziness started. It
had to be a Phillies fan to light the fire, right?
No, it was both of them. It was just Philly, man. It was they get all liquor.
It's getting dark.
No, it's those Philadelphia
people.
Change my
background back to this thing. It's all the Philadelphia people, man. There's no way. Giants got a little bit more class than that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was there, man. I saw it was both sides.
All right. So John's not here to defend his team. what do you think about what's happening in the Broncos? They're questioning there's something's going on. There's too much talk. There's too much talk about Russell Wilson and Sean Payton for them not to be in a honeymoon. You know what I mean? There's just too much talk. All right. It's about possibly sitting him. The fact that there's no way that the reason why Peyton was brought there was to fix Wilson. Wilson is a different player than Breeze, though they're the same size, right? What are your thoughts on that, Byron?
I think he's on a 1 year prove it, or he might be gone. But what are you going to do with him? It's not like, you don't have any capital, trade him. Who wants him? If he doesn't, succeed there, he could turn around and say, you know what? It didn't work out here. I could retire. He could turn around and do that at any time. So I don't know why them two are not getting along. I figured that because Peyton, the way he is, that he's like a quarterbacks kind of guy, or players coach kind of sort of, that they'd be able to work this out. But I hope they do. But
I haven't heard that they're not getting along. I just don't know.
He's not his kind of player. He's not like Drew Brees was drop back. Balls
right.
Out, drop back. Well, he's not used to the Russell Wilson where he get let me run all over the place and run over here and then make a play. He's used to things being done a certain way. Sean Payton, and maybe.
Yeah, but he knew that picking the job. Why did he take the job? And they gave up a lot of draft, and they gave up a lot of money for what do you get, a $270 million contract, Russell Wilson?
Well, no, I don't think it's that much.
He got a big contract.
He got a big contract,
Joe. You got the numbers there. What is Joey's contract?
Oh, it's enormous. I don't know exactly what the numbers are.
It's big, man. Go ahead, Joey. Tell me what do you think is going on? Because something's got to be going on. Because they keep talking about it. I could see if they were talking about it in a positive sense, like oh my God, things are. But it's not positive all the time. It's questioning. It's like he got to fix it. That's why he was brought there. They paid all this money. They just constantly talk. I just saw right now. Will he be benched? Now the media blows things up just to get attention, right? So they can get the ratings. But there's got to be a little underlying truth there, Joey.
Okay, so last year was understandable because I do think that Denver coach last year was horrible. Okay. And it was a disaster of a situation. So, okay, that's the excuse last year. But now Russell Wilson has no excuse. And you say, yeah, Russell Wilson is not Drew Brees, but his idol, the person he patterns his game after, is Drew Brees. So the perfect person to coach Russell Wilson would be and have his next Drew Brees would be. This should be a perfect marriage. And so far, and I know it's just preseason, and preseason doesn't mean anything, but Russell Wilson looks horrible. This might be that just Russell Wilson is done as a player. He's fallen off the cliff, and that's it. And if that's the case, Denver is in huge trouble. Because, like you said, the contract is huge. If
$245 million, Byron.
Yeah. If Russell Wilson is cooked,
165 guaranteed.
Oh, I guess him and his girl, man, he got a lot of money.
If Russell Wilson is cooked, that whole team is cooked for a long time. They are screwed if he doesn't work out.
He reached a 5-year, $245 million. This is in his second year. His first 3 years, he's got $165 million guaranteed. So 2002 guaranteed, 2003 is guaranteed, 2024 salaries are all guaranteed.
So you get rid of him next year.
He's got to perform, but that's a tough conference.
Yeah,
he gets.
He
gets $39 million in his annual contract extension in 2024. $39 million. I don't know why they're going out that far, but. Deal now ties Wilson to Denver for 7 total. Oh, he's got an extension. He's tied for 7 years for $296 million.
He ain't gonna last that long.
You know what? It's actually not that bad. A lot of that money is not guaranteed.
165.
So it's $10 million a year up until 2026. a lot of that is base salary. So if they get rid of him, it's not that bad. Like if they cut him right now, it'll be a $31 million dead cap hit. That's not that bad. So
Byron, his career salary, base salary has been $59 million. His career signing bonuses have been $96 million. His other incentives have been $179 million. His total earnings through 2021, he's made $238 million.
Not bad for a guy that should have 2 Super Bowls who screwed up well, not him, but the offensive coordinator screwed up that Super Bowl.
That doesn't count. That doesn't even count his endorsements.
I don't see him with a lot.
He has the Microsoft Surface. He was in a lot of the. Yeah, he was in several quite a bit of commercials. Yeah. Anyhow, I just think, look, I like Russell Wilson. I like to see him do well. I like Pete Carroll. I think he did Pete Carroll wrong. They're talking about let's transfer over that. I wanted to talk about that because I was hoping John come on the show.
Whoa, wait a minute. Okay. Wait. Yeah. We need to talk about the real elephant in the room, and that is out there in San Francisco with Trey Lance being the 3rd string guy after they traded 3 number 1 picks for
three number 1 picks.
The house away.
That's what you want to talk about.
No, what you want to talk about is my boy Jimmy G. They should have never let him go.
No.
Oh, Jimmy G is hurt all the time.
We ain't worried about him. Go back to Trey Lance.
I like Jimmy G. Watch Jimmy G do well.
Stay on Trey. No.
Trey Lance, I think, is a bust.
Oh, huge bust.
Is a bust.
Oh, what a disaster. That was one of the worst trades ever.
Let's throw this out there. Kyle Shanahan, that's what he wanted because he runs the organization pretty much, as far as what he wants. You're going to blame him for wanting this guy because he figured, he could run, he could throw the ball a country mile, but nobody's pointing the finger at him, for them, giving away the farm, for a guy that, what is it, not even, 2 years ago?
Didn't they state that Trey Lance was the smartest quarterback in that draft? Yeah, they stated that he was meaning like from the testing, from everything, he was the smartest. And I'm like, that's impossible. Mac Jones got his MBA in 3 years. I mean, Mac Jones is a legitimate scholar. You know what I mean? He's like, he got a 3-year MBA. He's a smart guy. Mac Jones is a smart guy. There's no confusion there.
But the difference between Mac Jones and Trey Lance is Mac Jones actually played football. We've been on this show more minutes than Trey Lance has played football. All the dude does is sit on the bench. And
but that's not his fault. He just hasn't earned it either.
He's still when he played at North Dakota State.
North Dakota State, yeah.
Yeah. When he came, he only played like 6 games, like with the whole COVID thing, all the stuff that was going on. He only played like 5 or 6 games, his senior year, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden, he's 6'4", he runs a 4.2 40. He can throw the ball 90 yards. He can, he wrote the Constitution or whatever, and all this kind of stuff.
And who took over? Who's going to be the quarterback? Brock Purdy, who was in the 7th round. But the difference between them is Brock Purdy actually played. He got his experience. He learned the hard way.
Brock Purdy only lost 1 game, and that's the game he got hurt.
Yeah.
I still think Brock Purdy is a bust. I think he's a fraud, but that's just my opinion.
But then we have the second string guy.
Time out. Whoa. We'll go to him in a second. But you cannot call listen. He may not fulfill what he did last year, okay? But you can't call the brother a fraud. I mean, the guy delivered. He delivered when it counted.
He's in. Yes, he had a very nice rookie year. He's in for a huge sophomore slump. You watch.
They're going to have film on him now. That's going to be the difference. The defensive coordinator. That's the difference.
And his elbow still hurts.
But check out this fraud compared to the fraud that Russell Wilson may have done on the Broncos. He's 2021 base salary, $660. His 2022, 2.2. His 2023 went down $940. Byron, how's it go down? I guess the second year, give him a chance. And now this year, he's only making $1 million.
Oh,
now Purdy, yeah. Now he did get some hefty signing bonus. He's got $5 million. I can't tell if it's the same signing. I think he got a $5 million signing bonus.
Nah, there's no way he got. Nah, he didn't get that being the last player picked. That's a lot.
Oh, that's Trey Lance. I apologize.
Yeah.
Trey Lance. Trey Lance has made like 27 million, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I went to look at Trey Lance. That's why I was because once I saw the 900 base, I was thinking of Purdy, right? Because of the thing. But no. That's why I was wondering why he got such big signing bonuses. It could have been Brock Purdy. So no. So he ended up getting like in 2023. He got a $5 million sign bonus. So pretty much he's made
who are we talking about first?
Trey Lance, Trey Lance 6-13, and he's gonna have like $23 million in 3 years.
And guess what? He robbed them like a bandit. He didn't even put a mask on. He just walked in there and just stick him up. That's exactly what he did. So let's go to Brock Purdy. How do you say the brothers? That's why I was when we started talking. I heard you talking about Brock Purdy when I was looking this up. But Brock Purdy, I mean. Brock Purdy, received a 4-year, $3.7 million contract with 77,000 of it fully guaranteed. Yeah, he was the last player.
That can't buy you a nice car. My goodness.
Nah, I can't.
Okay, his salary is $700,000. His signing bonus was all under $20,000.
Yeah,
all under 20,000, and he's gonna make like 870,000 this year. They're gonna have to re-sign. When can he get a new contract?
Yeah, done. They're not. Why would you re-sign him when you have to worry about re-signing Nick Bosa and all them other guys, because he's on a rookie deal. He's on a cheap deal, for the 49ers, so they can pretty much sign the guys they have to sign.
So in other words, let's say he does really well this year. You're saying they won't do something before him?
No. Why would they?
Nope. They got him. They got him for nothing for 4 years.
Okay, I am telling you, for 4 years, that brother, it's $3.7 million for 4 years with only 77,000 fully guaranteed.
Yeah, so they got him for the cheap for the next 2 or 3 years.
Hey man, but yeah, look, I'd play for that. I play for that. Play the quarterback, play for 49ers, and if he does well, hey, listen, I wish Purdy the best because you got to give that underdog best, but he's not a fraud, Joey. He did deliver.
Listen, this entire league is quarterback starved. Every team wants either a star quarterback or a good backup. You mean to tell me every team passed on him 7 times because he's so good? The dude doesn't have the physical traits to be a good NFL quarterback. Yes, he was good last year.
Wait a second. He did Montana. Montana he was a walk-on at
Montana was like a 3rd-round draft pick.
Okay, but Montana was a walk-on at Notre Dame. They said he was not going to make it in the NFL. They said the same thing about, you should see the Brady story. Brady had the worst numbers at the camp. His every speed he did was terrible. Everything.
Okay.
So all I'm saying to you is that, look, I like players like Purdy who get a shot that would have normally have gotten a shot, and when he did, he did like Eminem. You only got one chance, and he made the most of it.
Yeah, but the difference with them other guys, they didn't get hurt. He got hurt his first season with his elbow. Yeah, that's a big thing. He's got to be able to throw the ball.
He didn't have much of an arm to begin with, and now he just hurt his elbow. Look at his training camp stats. Look at his numbers this year so far. He's horrible. He's throwing interceptions all over the place because his arm isn't good enough yet. They might be rushing him.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see. But bottom line is Trey Lance, him, and then you have another guy, and I still.
Come on, we have to bring up the other guy. Sam Donnell is the number 2 guy there.
No, that's your guy, man. You're dying for him to do. Byron picked him as Rookie of the Year.
Oh, that was no. That was Zach Wilson. Don't get it right.
Zach, they all say the same thing.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Zach Wilson, he had Rookie of the Year.
Zach Wilson makes Trey Lance look good.
Whoa, he ain't that bad.
Almost.
Oh, that is funny. Oh my God. And what do you think about the what's his name? Chris Wilson signing for the Chiefs? They need him to sign.
What, Chris Jones?
Oh, Chris Jones.
Chris Jones.
I don't understand how these guys, when you don't show up to training camp and when you don't play games, they fine you like, I think it's like $50,000 a day. If you don't play a preseason game, it's like $900,000 or something like that. You're just throwing away money. And yes, they might waive those fees or whatever, but still, you're just throwing money away.
Right out the window.
That's dumb.
But he's a bad boy, man. That's a good player. They're gonna need him.
Yeah, but he wants to be paid. Well, he was already paid, but now you got the kid from Washington. I think passed him. Dexter Lawrence passed him. Aaron Donald's way up here, whatever. With the money.
But still, he's really good.
Oh yeah, but
he's good, man.
He wants that 30 million range like everybody else.
Mm-hmm. And what happens is, Joey, he gets that 30 million range. All those penalties don't make a dime to him. You know what I mean? Like he gets what he wants. It's poker, right? It's like Saquon played poker and lost.
Yeah. And I think Bosa's sitting out too. Isn't he with the 49ers?
He is.
Yeah, he's another one.
He is. They're even talking that he might miss regular season games.
He's that mad at them?
Why?
Go ahead. The Steelers' first opponent week 1 is San Francisco. Go ahead, sit out the game. Sit out until week 3 in against the Giants. Sit out, Nick Bosa. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Get that money.
What is the issue? Is they're trying to renegotiate a contract?
I think
he's still on his rookie deal.
He's what?
I
think he still might be in.
I thought you said you're stuck to the rookie deal.
Well, that's what he. I don't know, but
Byron.
What?
I thought you said once you're on a rookie deal, you're stuck with it.
No, you can be. These guys do it all the time. Where they sit there like, you know what? I ain't being paid. I want to renegotiate. They do it all the time. So, there ain't nothing you can do about that. What are you gonna do? You either pay him or don't.
Oh man, but they need to pay Bosa, dude.
Yes, they do.
Dude, his salary, it's not even $1 million. His signing bonuses were like $5 million, but he's really not, he's like $10 million on their cap. That's it.
That's because he's toward the end, and he wants to be paid like all those other edge rushers. $115 million over 5 years or whatever it is.
He's at the end of his contract. That's why he makes $17 million this year.
Yeah,
but he deserves way more than that, dude.
Yeah,
his average salary is $8 million.
Yeah, so as long as they have that quarterback, they're paying $900,000. They can afford him.
Exactly.
Because Trent Williams, the left tackle, I'm sure he's getting a boatload of money too.
Isn't Bosa one of the top in the league? If not,
he is the top at the league edge rushers.
That's funny, man. That's awesome. You know what it is that I saw him through his high school years.
Really?
He went to the same school with my son.
Wow.
And both of them. Joey too.
I saw both of them. Joey was a senior when Victor, my son was a freshman with Nick.
Were they that good in high school too?
Oh my God. He started as a freshman. I was like, who's that? He goes, oh, that's the poster. I go, okay. He goes, a freshman. They won the national championship his freshman year.
Wow.
They beat Bosco. They went to Texas and whomped on people. I was up in Orlando for the championship game. This kid playing against seniors. They look like little boys to this freshman.
I guess the genes with the father from Miami.
And the father, let me tell you, the father is in phenomenal shape. Like you see him, when you see him, you know he's something, an actor or something, because he's got chiseled chin, ripped. I mean, I'm talking about look at Joey signed a 5-year, $135 million contract, including a $35 million signing bonus. His $102 million is guaranteed.
So his brother?
No, that's for his brother.
Well, guess what he's going to get then if his brother got that?
So think about it. You're in, your brothers, you're in the same household. You don't think they're not jawing each other? He's like, hey, you may be better, but you got chump change.
Well, his brother, Nick's getting ready to get paid, the other brother.
He probably said, I want what my brother wants plus $1.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. I want $1 more than my brother.
He wants more than $1 in this brother because he's good. Joey's good. Nick is good. There's no confusion there. All right, let's keep going around. Let's keep going around the league, right? And we got a few more minutes. And don't forget, we have to take a minute to thank our sponsors. So, the Chiefs are still looking good. Mahomes, what do you think? Do you think Mahomes is going to win 7 Super Bowls? Joey, that's what we talked about last week.
Yeah, why not? But Mahomes is amazing. Did you see that quarterback show? I have a new respect for him. But Mahomes is he's just amazing. He's just, he does it all. I say it's the Chiefs. It's the Chiefs and Mahomes until they can't do it anymore. The thing is, Kelsey's getting a little old. That's something to watch out for. I think he's 34 or something like that. He's getting a little old. If he goes down, they might be not in trouble, but they're they have such an advantage with like the best tight end in the league that's uncoverable. They could get by with some scrub wide receivers what they did last year, but Kelsey going down, that might be a problem.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how many years Andy Reid has in them too. But I'll never go against Patrick Mahomes again. But they're looking pretty good. They're playing well. The Chargers, I ain't seen much about the Chargers. What do you think? What kind of season do you think Herbert's going to have this year, Byron?
Well, since they got Kellen Moore as offensive coordinator, so I'm sure he's going to have him, throw for 5,000 yards because they're going to back up and throw the ball all over the place.
I think the Chargers are going to. Yeah, Herbert's going to throw a lot of yards. They're still going to lose because they have an idiot as coach.
Uh-oh.
That dude is an idiot. Mr. Go for it on 4th down every single time. Hey, dummy, we know what you're doing, you dummy.
Go, Joey, go. Go.
He's so annoying. How do you give up? You gave up a 27-0 lead in the playoffs, bro. You don't deserve to have a job after that.
Joey, go.
Idiot.
Go.
Yeah. The first time he did that, the first time he did the little go for it on 4th down every time, it's cute and nobody expected it. Now everybody expects it, you dummy.
Byron, tell me why you laughing, Byron.
Oh, man, because Victor said it last week.
I hate that coach.
Oh, my God.
And I don't hate the coach. That's a hard word, but I don't mean to say that. But that coach, Joey, he should have been fired the year that they went for it on 4th down on the 20th, and you didn't need to win the game.
Right.
You just needed to tie. The Raiders coach was surprised. So imagine your fellow peer head coach on the other side.
The Raiders coach was fine with a tie. Then he saw the crap the Chargers were pulling. It's like, we're going to go for the win.
Seriously going for 4th down? Is he trying to win this game? He's put the ball. The game's over. Because if he would have punted the ball, the Raiders coach was not going to try to win the game. He's not going to take a chance on an interception, a fumble return. He was not going to do anything stupid. Right? Because there wasn't a lot of time on the clock, right? So when he saw him going for 4th down, he's like, he's calling the coaches. He's calling, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? And it wasn't even a good play.
Yeah.
It's not even a good play. He threw the ball downfield. That's why the second you said that, Byron was like, oh, boy, go sit Victor off. Listen, Joey, that is the coaching job I wanted Sean Payton to have.
Oh, anybody would have done. I mean, Herbert is one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league.
There's
any
no doubt,
other coach would have
Sean
been
Payton
fine.
with him.
Yeah,
a drop back quarterback that he likes pocket quarterbacks, but instead of 6 foot on heels, you're 6'6". With a receiver who's 6'7". So when he throws that line, that ball that goes 40, 50 yards on a rope. He's looking eye to eye with that receiver. He has no problem looking over the lineman.
Yeah.
To me, that was Sean Payton's job. That was the job that would have gave Kansas City a run for their money, not Denver.
Yeah.
Now,
I
we
agree.
may be sitting here later and saying, I may be eating my words and Sean Payton returns a miracle. I don't think it's going to happen in Denver. I still take the Chiefs to win, Chargers to second, and the Broncos third. I don't think Peyton will get there and go to fourth.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Raiders are going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they got lots of problems.
Raiders 2-3 wins, maybe.
Yeah. Who's the quarterback there? Oh, let's lay down. Let's give Byron's family some love. Okay. There's a lot of talk about Detroit.
That's right. How about those Lions? And I'm picking the Lions to beat Kansas City the first game this year.
No, boy.
Oh, yes, I
think the Lions are a fraud. I think.
Okay, the Lions to me are only the reason why I would say the only reason I'll give you the fraud with the Lions is because they're the Lions. You know what I mean? It's just the Lions. It's just something about there. But I've always said I did like Jared Goff, right? I think Jared Goff is a good quarterback. They paid him money, but he's a good quarterback. They got the makings of a good team, though. There's no in other words, on paper, they're a good team.
They're beating the Chiefs the first game, man. I don't care what anybody says.
Okay, if they beat the Chiefs and lose every other game, you're going to say your family's going to be happy. Is that what
There
you're
you
saying?
go.
Is that what you're saying?
Yep,
You're saying that on record?
Yep.
Is it the Wilson family?
Yes.
Okay. Are you telling the Wilson family you guys are going to go 1-16?
No, I ain't saying they're going to 1-16, but they're going to beat the Chiefs.
Okay, and then what?
Then whatever happens, happens.
He backed
They're
that out
overhyped.
fast, didn't he?
The Lions are the darling team. They're the cutesy team that everybody wants to get behind. They're okay. They're just not as good as people say. They're not prime time.
On paper, they're good, Joey. They are good on paper. Number one, I wouldn't say they're the cutesy team because
Yeah, they are the cute.
I don't
They
think
are the cutesy team.
I don't think anything in Detroit's cutesy.
Whoa. They do have good hot dog place up there. Hot dog.
I'm not saying
good pizza, Detroit style pizza.
Oh, I hate Detroit style pizza.
God.
Oh, it's too thick.
What is that?
What, Detroit style pizza?
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a term called Detroit.
It's really thick. Really thick
There's
crust.
Jersey, New York, or Chicago pizza.
They got the Detroit.
Yeah,
it's real thick.
It's
and it's
super thick. It's thick bread with the cheese and sauce on top.
Like
it's not really pizza.
Is it Sicilian or is it like a Giordano's from like the
It's like more like a
Chicago pizza isn't pizza. That's like lasagna.
Lou Malnati's. I give a shout out to Lou Malnati's. That's phenomenal pizza, Joey.
That's good stuff.
That's really good stuff. Detroit style pizza. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, it looks Sicilian. Yeah, that's a Sicilian pizza.
Pretty much.
That's a Sicilian pizza.
It's called Detroit style, man. Don't let it go, man. Here we go.
That's Sicilian.
Yeah,
it's thick.
It's
look
bread.
how thick it is.
Yes, look at that. I think I have to go get me one tomorrow.
How are you gonna get a Detroit style pizza tomorrow?
They have a Detroit. They have them all over the place. They have a Detroit pizza style place in Pittsburgh.
They sell it in Costco's.
Dude, they got New York style pizza in every state, and it's not New York
true.
style. This got the name of it's called Detroit style pizza. I just want to see. I want to see what the difference is. Same pizza.
Like the one like the one to the right.
Images. Where the heck? Okay, here we go. Okay, tell me what the difference is.
See, the one is like Jersey has a tomato pie that they call it, and it's pretty much like a Sicilian, like the thick crust with just tomato sauce on it. That's pretty much all.
Okay,
all it is.
So look at that's Sicilian, right? And that's tell me, do they look different to you, Joey?
I'm telling you, Detroit style is way thicker.
Look, I'm just looking. I'm just from the pictures. Remember, the best I could do is pictures. I don't know. I didn't even know there was how does that look any different?
See,
Go to Costco and go buy one.
Yeah.
Costco has Detroit style pizza?
Yes, it does. Yeah, they do.
Okay, that's the first I ever heard of that. That is hilarious. All right, so going around the league, let's real quick. Let's wrap this up as we're getting closer. Let's do our picks. Who's going to win the? Let's go AFC East. Who's going to win AFC East? You know who we're picking, Joey.
Buffalo.
I got Jets. Byron got Jets.
Jets.
Okay, AFC West.
Chiefs.
Chiefs. AFC South.
Jaguars.
Jaguars. Yeah.
Man, we're all so have we different? Yeah, we only different AFC East. All right, I'll pick Jaguars. They got Trevor Lawrence on MVP, trajectory. Okay, NFC East.
Eagles.
Right. You know who, man, I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick the Giants, man. No, I'm gonna pick Washington Commanders.
There you go.
I'm picking the Commanders.
Don't stop, man. You look, I as much of my Giant fan, I still think Philly's a team to beat in the East. So I'm not gonna pick, but I just think Giants gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna be the pick of the East. All right, NFC West.
49ers.
Seattle.
Ooh.
Seattle. Ooh.
Yeah, I might go with Seattle, man. They're talking Geno Smith's going to have another good year. I like Pete Carroll. I think there's just too many problems and too many things going on with San Francisco. And Joe, you don't make any sense. You just dogged. You just called their starting quarterback a fraud.
I think Geno Smith is a fraud too.
Who?
Geno Smith is a fraud.
Yeah, Geno Smith's a player. Now he played at high. Look, at least he's got a better resume than Brock Purdy.
That's true.
Okay,
That's
so
true.
Not by much.
That's true.
Smith played at Ohio State. Geno Smith was a baller. Did Geno Smith win the Heisman?
No,
he was.
No.
Maybe he was from West Virginia.
That was.
Oh, he's from. Geno, I thought it was from Ohio State.
Yeah.
No, from West Virginia.
Troy Smith is the one that played at Ohio State.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Geno Smith still is a good player. I mean, there's no doubt. I think he played crazy, out of his mind last year. All right. So, and then NFC South, that's going to be interesting.
Saints.
And who's the quarterback? Jimmy G.
No.
No.
What's his face?
Jimmy
the
G's
guy that
where?
Jimmy G's in with the Raiders.
Yes. Oh.
What's his face? The one
Derek
Carr. Yeah, he was with the Raiders and now he's with the Saints. I think the Saints are solid and Carolina's a bit of a mess. Tampa is going to be horrible, and Atlanta's iffy. They're kind of like the Lions. They're everybody's darling, but they're not.
I'm going with Tampa.
Whoa.
I'm gonna take a wild card. I'm gonna go with Tampa. I'm here.
The only thing Tampa's gonna be is worried about getting who's gonna be the first quarterback they pick in next year's draft. That's the only thing they're worried about.
I'm going with Tampa. Yeah. I'm hearing some good things out of Tampa, and I like Todd Bowles.
Oh, okay. Todd Bowles ain't played in a long time, but that's okay.
He ain't playing.
I know he's not playing.
Mm-hmm.
He might need to.
Byron, who's your pick?
What? Atlanta Falcons. Why not?
So what's the difference? Just throwing that team out there. At least Joey got some logic.
No, Atlanta is
Joey's got logic to his. I threw mine out as a wild card, and you're just throwing one out.
Atlanta has that running back. Don't be surprised if he's rookie of the year. Bijan Robinson from Texas. You'll see.
Oh yeah, he's good.
All right, well, I got to go try some. I'm gonna go this week and get me some Detroit style pizza. All right, look, we want to thank you can check in if Phyllis. Listen, we're always about taking care of others. Remember we have our liberties and our rights, and everything that we have is for our military. So, Byron and I have decided this year, we wanted to remind everybody and to think about the Wounded Warrior Project. Right, the Wounded Warrior Project helps out with people with wounded soldiers, whether it's for prosthetics, whether it's for helping them in their houses because they got injured during the wars. So if you can go to Wounded Warriors Project, please put in $5, $10, $25, anything you can help our wounded soldiers. They're not a sponsor. We're not sponsoring them. We just always want to promote someone that's helping our military. And by the way, I was at a convention, Byron, one of the times I had missed my show, after my dad had passed, and right at that convention, I happened to run into there's a Vietnam's Veterans Association too. So you could donate to them. Those guys had a lot of problems, man. Yeah. They came back. There's they got disability. I mean, that Agent Orange. I mean, they had a lot of stuff there. So Vietnam's Veterans Organization, also look out. I'd like to thank our sponsor. We are an affiliate. Just so you know, we are an affiliate, but I'm always about, me, protecting your assets, protecting your valuable assets, your money, leaving a legacy for your children's children. Well, one thing that I found, I met this gentleman at a conference, financial conference. Scott, a good Christian man, and what he did is he interviewed a lot of wealthy people, and he found where there was wealthy people that had a heritage and left a legacy, and how is it they continued with generational wealth compared to other wealthy people where these trust fund babies just lost everything as soon as they got it, right? And one of the things they found out was on the principles of how they taught their kids money. Like they believe, like, don't give your kids allowance. That's socialism. There's certain things they should do around the house for free. And then there's certain things you should do as gigs. So look, you want a new pair of sneakers, you want to do that? Okay, you could wash the car, or you could mow the lawn. So they built this entire software program. It's called GravyStack. You can connect in our link. I'll just tell you a little bit about GravyStack. GravyStack is a banking app plus mobile games. So it's how kids like to play mobile games on their phones all the time, right, Joey?
Yeah.
So this is a mobile game, a banking app, and a mobile game that's tied to a credit card. So you actually get a credit card that you put, and as they earn, you approve, and it teaches them several things. One, it's for kids and teens. Scott Donnell, co-founder of GravyStack, and he's also an author. It's a great book called The Value Creation Kit. It teaches essential money skills to kids: saving, spending, sharing, earning, and investing. You hear that? Saving, spending, keyword sharing, earning, and investing. Traditional schools lack practical money education. GravyStack bridges that gap. GravyStack offers a unique solution: banking and investing app for kids for ages 6 and up, combining gaming with real-world financial skills. Check on the affiliate link down in the show. It's an excellent program. I've used it to start teaching it, to teach other kids. I mean, I think we would all agree that, we're a society of no pun intended, keep it up with the Joneses, right? Everybody's seeing people everybody's seeing people with the fancy cards. You notice all these people on TikToks trying to promote get rich quick and so forth. But you're not leaving any foundation for your children, right? So as soon as they get money, what do they do with it? They go spend it. Right. So you got to teach them how to not only to be wise with their money, good stewards of money, but this app teaches them good Christian principles. Right. And whether you're a Christian or not, but it teaches you how to not only earn money, how to save money, but how to share your money. Right. Whether you're donating to Wounded Warriors, whether you're donating to some, the more you give, the more you shall receive. So remember that. GravyStack. Don't forget to watch our show, subscribe, hit the smash button. Like our show, hit the notifications. We're always having fun. I love the fact that, Joe, you got me fired up today with Los Angeles. Okay, I know we're getting a little bit over time, so I really appreciate it. I'm sure Byron like that. Joey, tell us when your show is again and the name of your show.
The name of the show is The Donut Bag. It's on Mondays at 7.
Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern?
Yes.
Okay, The Donut Bag, 7 p.m. Eastern. Tune in to Joey and watch this and listen to his show, watch his show and his podcast. I'm sure he's got a lot of really great things about Pittsburgh and all the sports areas and so forth that's happening in Pittsburgh. I'd like to thank again our sponsor, GravyStack. Don't forget about Wounded Warriors and veterans of Vietnam. Byron and the Jones family. Byron is the what do you call the Iron Man of the Jersey Boys Sports Talk. He has never missed a show in 4 years. Never. In fact, the first time he called me, he said, Vic, I may not be able to make it. I was like, what? I was dropped my headpiece. Right? So, and I'm glad everything is there. Thank you very much, Mr. Byron Jones. You want to close us out? When's our show and what time?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. For those of you that got extra fingers, 8 o'clock on Thursday. It is 7 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Mountain, and 5 o'clock Pacific time. So join our show.
Well, we do have somebody in Hawaii. Don't forget him too.
Who?
Mark Walker, Hawaii. We got a Hawaii guy.
And Hawaii, Mark Walker. That's right. And Uncle Eric, I want to say hi to Uncle Eric. You know, John's on our show. Hopefully, you're still listening. I want to thank everybody for watching our show. Hope you had some fun. Joe, you had some fun. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me always. Thanks.
Oh, man. I hope, Santiago, please cut this clip. It's second. Joey mentioned firing the Los Angeles Chargers. And get fired the question. Please. Hot that for the commercial. God bless you. Good night. Thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to the season. Let's get ready for some football. Peace.